Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blow the Whistle Sports. I'm your host, Wayne Holloway, and thank you once again for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. And like always, if you want to see something on our show or you have a bright idea you want to see us implement on this show, drop them in those comments below or hit us on any one of our social media outlets. Holler at us, we holler back. We have a fire show for y'all today. A lot of stuff going on, a lot of things dropping. We got that baseball, we got that WNBA, and we got the PI Resistance NFL. But first, let me introduce you to my co-host, that man of the hour, that man you guys know who I'm talking about, and he goes by the name of Mr. Stephen Rubain. How you doing, sir?
Splendiferous. That's gonna be my word for the day. I feel splendiferous.
Splendiferous.
Splendiferous. I just want to get into all this sports. It's just this time of year, like I mentioned last week. So much going on. It's hard to keep track. It's like I'm constantly, on the phone or the TV, keeping score updates. And so,
yes, sir.
I love this time.
It's that time of the year where we got to keep track of everything, and most of all, we got to bring it to y'all, give it to y'all from a average Joe point of view. We got those Stephen A's, we got those skits, we got
those people average Joe
that talk from a network standpoint, but we talking from y'all standpoint. Us, the people who support, the people who buy the memorabilia, the people who go and flood the stadiums,
who live and die with their teams.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Your whole week. As you can tell by his energy, the Carolina Panthers won this week.
What?
You can see on his face. You can see on his face this was a Carolina Panther win.
Steve, silly Steve, I told you we gonna win this division this season. I told you that we gonna get over 6 games this year. I told you that. But how are you doing before we get into everything? How's everything going with you?
My team won too. So as you can see by the smile on my face, I feel good as well. It was a tough, good win against a good Los Angeles Charger team. So go on, travel to LA, get that win. Feel splendiferous. That's our word. We're both excited, and let's just get right into it. Let's stop the small talk. People don't want to hear us talking small talk. They want to hear information. They want scores. They want updates. They want things they can use.
Well, I'm on you. You tell me where we going first.
We're gonna go first with the WNBA.
Now, I know you can keep track.
The WNBA is going through quite a bit of stuff. I mean, you got players criticizing the commissioner. The commissioner having to come out and apologize to the player. I mean, that league right now is in kind of shambles.
The commissioner actually apologized?
The commissioner had to come out and apologize to the players. I mean, you won't catch that in the NFL. You're not going to catch that.
Are they going to give these ladies more money?
No, they're not trying to do that.
He apologized. What did he apologize for?
They just playing the politics. They just playing the politics. They're giving the old, well, we understand what you guys are saying, and we support your thoughts, and we really want to do the best we can to meet a middle ground. Okay, we want more money. We're not going to talk about that yet. Let's just work on the little things first. So they're not trying to pay no money. They're living like fat rats, getting a ton of money off these women and paying them pending money. They're paying them almost middle wages.
Wow. So you believe that they do deserve more money?
Of course they deserve more money. If you're looking at the attendance, what they're bringing in games, you're bringing in 10, 12,000 people in arenas.
Right.
Those players should be making at least 6 figures. Six figures should be the minimum. So a minimum WNBA salary should be $100,000, and then depending on where you are and your marketability should determine. Caitlin Clark should be making somewhere between at least $2 to $4 million a year. minimum salary.
So what is the minimum salary in WNBA?
I think the average salary now is like 75,000.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Hmm.
They're making money that, you almost can make more money teaching, being a police officer. And I mean, those are great jobs, don't get me wrong. But for what the league is bringing in, those players are making nothing close to what they should be making.
So you're saying the narrative that I have and that a lot of people have, where the WNBA is not making the money or the revenue that they think that they're making, is all false. That it's a sham. That they should be getting more money because they are making enough money to pay them, not what the NBA players make, but at least a few $1 million. Even for the ladies on the bench?
Absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, you compare it to what women make in tennis, what they make in golf, what they make in women's soccer, it's nowhere even close.
So they make more money off of endorsements than they do the actual salary.
Yes. So that's something that is going to be a huge thing going into next year, because WNBA keeps on about doing expansion, but you're not paying the players you have. So how can you sell expansion to the players when the players who are playing now aren't making what they should be making? Now you have to be paying more money to more teams. So
expansion in what way? They're going to get their own stadium finally?
Well, no, they want to add a couple more teams.
They're
looking at adding some more teams in the next couple of years.
So they're saying they're not making the money they're supposed to make, but they're ready to feed more mouths, just not feed them what they should deserve.
Exactly. So that's a big problem. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting off season. I will say that much. But we do have the WNBA finals taking place right now.
I want to get what their salaries are. We're going to dive more into that next week also.
Yeah, we're going to have to get into more detail about that. But we do have a WNBA finals going on right now. And I had predicted the Phoenix Mercury to upset the Las Vegas Aces. And so far, am I wrong? The Las Vegas Aces are taking it to the Phoenix Mercury.
What's the score?
Right now, game 3, we got 4 minutes left. 82-72, the Aces, trying to take a commanding 3-0 lead in the best of 7 series. So
you called it.
I called it wrong. That's what I did. I called it wrong. I had the Mercury going wrong, my Maryland player, but I will say this much: the Aces may be a WNBA dynasty. You got to look at the last 3 to 4 years.
Dynasty
in the finals. I mean, that might have to be. If you make it to the finals 3 years in a row, and then 3 out of 4 years, you got to start using that dynasty word.
Okay.
So we'll have to see.
So this will be the first WNBA dynasty?
Yeah. No, I think the Houston Comets were the first dynasty back in the days. Cheryl, her last name.
Well, so I had something like Woods, Sarah.
Yeah, she was. Remember, she was a superstar. God, I can't remember her last name, but I have to look at. I'll tell you guys next week. I have to look up her name.
We got to get back on her. I got to be 1,000% sure about these salaries because the narrative has been painted so thick for so long. So if these ladies, these new WNBA players got paid that, what the heck was the other ones getting paid that started it?
Nothing close. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
There you go. They're saying now it's still low. The average of 120,000 with top players making 250.
Wow.
So the elite players in WNBA are making 250,000 a year. That's still way lower than what they should be getting paid.
Do the WNBA players get a pension also?
That's a great question. We had to look into that. I would imagine, given that the NBA is behind it, they got to have some
deeper dive into, Steve. We got to really research.
They got to have some kind of a pension. I think with the NBA's backing, they had in their union, they had to have something that supports them upon retirement. But no, they got to do much better. I think the average, the minimum wage in the NBA now is like 500,000, 600,000, and the top WNBA player makes 250. I mean, that's outrageous.
Well, you got me thinking. Yeah. Cheryl Swoops. That's the
Cheryl Swoops. That's her name. Yes, Cheryl Swoops. Yeah, she was a one heck of a player back in the day.
Yes. I was calling her Underwood. It was Swoops the whole time.
How you know the comedian? But yes, Cheryl Swoops. Yeah, she was a beast. That was the first dynasty, that Houston Comics team. But yeah, I will say this much though. I mean, I want to support the WNBA. I want to see the best for it. They just got to find a better way to. Number one, Caitlin Clark is your money bag. Why? They should be trying to raise her up, because raising her up raises them up.
I've been said that.
When we talked about this with last week, we talked about women's boxing. The reason why I have a hard time with women's boxing is because there's no competition. You have one fighter who is just so much supreme over everybody else.
Right.
It makes it hard to get that fighter's feeling of, wow, can she really lose? Is there really a chance she can lose? So if you don't have that feeling of that, it kind of takes away from the fight.
Do you got the score of that game?
You want an updated score?
Yeah.
Let's give you an updated score.
Because I'm looking at something and I'm trying to make sure that you're not running a little behind.
Uh-oh. Looks like the Mercury got on a little run.
Yes, sir.
So we got 3 minutes left. It looked like they went on a nice little 11-2 run. So it's 84-83 Mercury. So this is a must-win game for them. So it's going to go down to the wire, it looks like. So,
man.
That's what I'm saying. Competition. The WNBA needs to feast off its competition.
Yes.
The fact that they have talented players all around. You want to have, like I said, NBA, Magic and Larry, Michael and Larry, Michael and Bird. You got to have that A to B, B to A to C. You want to have players who feed off each other, make the other ones more competitive.
And they have it now. They got Caitlin and Reese.
Yeah.
The big stories. Caitlin and Reese. They need to feed off of that. And the women need to feed off of it also. Play into it.
Build it up. Let it grow, because that's the way your league is going to get stronger, is when people have a reason to go out and catch the game more than just the game itself.
Yes, sir.
Because that's what it comes down to, is it becomes more of an event than just a game. That's what makes the NFL so special, is that NFL can give you a crappy game, but it's such an event that you still feel satisfied either way.
Yes, sir.
So that's it for the WNBA. Let's get into Major League Baseball.
Yes, sir.
We got the baseball division series taking place, and it looks like so far we're going to have a bunch of division deciding game 5s.
Oh, wait a minute. I got something. Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Go ahead.
You go ahead. I'm gonna bring in something. Hold on a second.
All right. So while you're bringing that in, let's go over these games. Right now, we got the Toronto Blue Jays with a 5-1 lead on the Yankees in the bottom of now it's in the top of the 9th. So we're down to the last inning. So Toronto wins this one. The series is over. The Yankees, the money team, will be eliminated. I see ya. Well, since you went down that road, the Los Angeles Dodgers now are playing the Phillies, and I hate to break the news to you, the Phillies are winning 3-1. So it's the bottom of the 4th inning. Phillies are up 3-1, but Dodgers still have a 2-0 lead. So the Phillies have to win 2 in LA, then go back to Philly to win to win the series. So
fix your
I
words.
gotta say the Dodgers are safe.
You hate to tell me we winning already, Steve.
Well.
We winning already. It's the bottom of the fourth. It's not even over yet.
I know. I said
Steve,
the Phillies have a long road to climb.
Relax.
Okay.
Put your feet up. We got this, man. We got this.
Okay. All right.
We gonna do this, man.
So the Dodgers still got to get past the Brewers, who have been the best team in the National League all year, and the Brewers found a way to lose to the Cubs, so we're gonna have to go to a Game 4. We also have the Mariners lost to the Tigers today, so that's going to go to a decisive Game 5 tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So we got maybe a couple Game 5s, maybe a deciding game tonight if the Blue Jays do take it out. That would be a huge loss for baseball. The Yankees don't make it past the division series.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is, but
you know what time it is? It's Dodger time, Steve.
Okay.
Dodger time.
Yeah, that's going to be one heck of a great series if the Dodgers do play the Brewers in the ALCS. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. I don't know about Toronto versus either Detroit or Seattle. That's not going to be a huge money series. But, it is what it is. So we're going to keep an eye on it. I mean, the good thing about baseball this year is it's competitive. There's no – well, I know you're going to say the Dodgers are the super team. I'm not going to argue with you there. They are.
Hey! I didn't say that. You said that. Okay. All I did was sport my Dodger hat.
All right. Well, yeah.
I know you like. I see you smiling. I know you like my hat. I know it's tight.
It is a nice hat. I'll give you that much. It's a nice hat.
Thank you very much.
But
thank you.
But the baseball needs the Dodgers to get back to the World Series again. They're the money team now. The Yankees go out, so any Dodgers series will be a big series, whoever they play against. So,
of course it is.
We are
the Dodgers.
Yeah, we are the Dodgers. So so baseball's looking good. The WNBA got some work to do, but it's doing okay. But we're all about football all day, every day.
All day, every day.
So let's get to this NFL.
Where
would you like to go to first? I'm gonna let you go first. I got a whole lot to say, but I'm gonna leave it to you to get us started.
Hold on a second. I feel funny when being on the wrong side. Let me do this real quick. Hold up a second. See, now I'm like on the right side.
There we go. All right. Well,
I got you on your side. I got me on my side.
Go ahead, Mr. Luck, man. Where are we going to first? I got a feeling you want to talk about the Carolina Panthers.
Why would I want to just talk about my team? There's other teams to talk about. This was a beautiful week. There's a lot of beautiful things that happened. But first, let me get game ready for you.
Okay, there you go. Let's get back. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, now you're comfortable again. It'd be like you put on a Lakers cap. Oh,
that's my team. Also, it ain't Lakers season, and guess who's not getting re-signed to the Lakers?
Anyway, before we do get into football, though, let's take a second and talk about this second decision, because this thing is getting way overblown. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, LeBron James came out this week and gave a little conference where he said, I want to have a second decision, a big second decision. So all these dummies who are just nothing more than groupies ran out to buy tickets thinking that LeBron's going to announce this is his last season. So people pay crazy money because you know how they always inflate stuff whenever somebody talks about a huge decision. His second decision is he now is endorsing some brand of whiskey or vodka. So he had this whole big press conference where he was going to talk about. Huh?
You sure it's
Hennessy,
vodka?
Hennessy.
There you go.
I think it is Hennessy. So he comes out and says that now LeBron James is endorsing this Hennessy vodka. You now got an idiot who is going to sue LeBron James because he went out and bought $800 tickets that now are worth nothing because he's going to keep playing. So the price of the ticket went down greatly once it came out that, oh, he's not retiring. So now he wants to sue.
Are we really there where people can just sue for anything?
Just for anything. I mean, this is the problem with this country. Do you really think you're going to win a lawsuit against a billionaire because you were dumb enough to go out and buy tickets on a whim?
You guessed, and you guessed wrong.
You guessed wrong. Eat the ticket, suck it up, and move on. I mean, there's nothing worse than frivolous lawsuits.
An $800 ticket is a lot to eat.
Yeah, it was a lot to eat, but you're the dummy who bought it. If you didn't want to go to the game, don't buy the ticket.
That is true, sir. That is true.
I hate fly-by-nighters and people who just are groupies and want to be at the event.
It's a lot of them, Steve.
Yeah, oh my God, so many of them. We one thing we both agree on: we hate groupies and fly-by-nighters. Anybody who's one of those who just go with whoever's the hot teen right now, whoever's the hot thing. We don't like you. We're not afraid to tell you.
Yeah, you got to be a diehard for me.
You got to be a diehard. Stick to your team. Believe in your team. Now I give Plackett a little slack because he hates LeBron, so he kind of has left his Lakers in the dust a little bit. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt that you are a diehard Laker fan, except for when LeBron plays, which is every game, but. Otherwise, people like me who are true diehards, who go to the point where I had to do a strike on my team in order to get the owner fired to save my organization.
And you was serious about it, people.
Oh, serious. Yeah, I was serious.
Any Commanders gear
I would
on.
not touch anything Commanders until Snyder was gone. He had me so disgusted in the organization that I refused to do anything to support or endorse him until he was gone. And you see how that decision now has been the best decision in the organization's history. In 3 short years, the organization went from the dump to the penthouse.
You threw a temper tantrum.
Oh my God!
And you got your way.
I got my way. I got my way.
Your way.
Let Snyder go off on some yacht over there in the Mediterranean. He can have his $6 billion. Peace of mind and getting your organization back is worth more than what he got out of the deal. So, man.
So now, since you put it in my corner, and the game, I was sitting over here trying to pick a game, and I think the biggest game to bring up would be the Broncos beating the undefeated Philadelphia Eagles 21-17. Bo Nix. And I'm saying this, it seemed like anybody named Bo just knows how to play. My goodness, 24 completions on 39 attempts, 242 yards, 1 touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, rushing touchdown. And it put them ahead of the Super Bowl champion Eagles. And
let me pose a question to you.
Okay.
We've been hearing a lot about the issues with, of course, A.J. Smith. He's not getting the ball as much as he wants to. Saquon Barkley is not having anywhere near the season that he had last year.
No. It's Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown is the one that's
Brown. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
They got two.
I apologize, Lamont. I'm sure Lamont's like telling me, he got it wrong. It's A.J. Brown.
Yeah, you know Lamont going to be on your bumper.
I know. I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't want to disrespect the Eagles. It was a mistake on my part. We fly, Eagle, fly. But, A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith feel like they're not getting the ball enough.
Don't put it on Devonta Smith. Put it on Brown personally. He's the one that be reading the book on the sideline.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So AJ Brown feels like he's not getting the ball enough. Saquon Barkley's not having nearly the season he had last year. Do the Eagles have an offensive crisis? How do you
No.
feel?
The Eagles, just like last season, they always found a way to win.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how in the world did they cough this game up? Go figure. This is the Eagles team that we have. The Eagles can beat any team, but they also can beat themselves and lose to any team. That's the Achilles heels of the Eagles. The Achilles, my goodness, the Eagles are so talented that they don't even use their full arsenal when they play games. And then we get this. Now, Devonta Smith had 8 receptions for 114 yards, averaging 14 yards a carry. And AJ Brown had 5 receptions, 43 yards, averaging 8.5 yards a carry. But how did they lose? Do we put that on the offensive coordinator and the coach, or do we put it on Jalen Hurts? Jalen Hurts has been getting coached, and he's been doing what he's told. Now, do we want him to take more of a role of a renegade and get out there, listen to the coach, but do like Patrick Mahomes, call audibles and make it up as he goes?
Maybe. That might be what they need to do is open up the playbook a little more, give him more flexibility. That maybe that's one of the problems is that he's not getting the flexibility. He's not able to make decisions on the fly. You know, a lot of times football is a game of instinct, and so maybe allowing him to use his instinct might help the team open up the offense.
My personal opinion about this whole thing is this is AJ Brown's fault. And some people be like, wait a minute, why would you say this is AJ Brown's fault? First of all, Philly is a running team. They didn't do that this game. They did their best to satisfy the appetite of their wide receivers. Devonta Smith, 8 receptions. AJ Brown, 5 receptions. Now, that's fine, but now they're not a well-rounded team because we got Saquon Barkley with only 6 carries in a whole game.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You have an X-Man. You have a Avenger on your team, and you're not using them.
Yeah. Why the running game is not getting used more in the NFL is beyond me. I know a year or two ago we were talking about the demise of the running back and how they're not getting paid if he's giving them money and salaries. I don't understand it.
Well,
you got superstars.
To be clear to people, we were talking about a while back that the NFL was devaluing the running back position.
Right.
Always been a focal point of every team running, even though we had exceptionally well, like the Greatest Show on Turf. They had a equally dominant wideout game along with the running game. But now it seems like the NFL, or is this a team thing? But it's, to me, with Philly, that's Brown's fault. The offensive coordinator, instead of doing the formula that they have to win, they're trying to please players and not the fan base.
Well, it's someone we're definitely going to follow. I mean, we got them tomorrow night playing against the Giants, and so we're going to, in a few minutes, go over picks. But I think that's going to be a big game. I mean, for a 4-1 team, I think that game is going to make a real big deciding factor on the direction the team goes the rest of the year, because they should be able to walk all over the Giants.
But should be.
It should be. So we'll see if they come out and they look flat and still look like they're struggling. It may be an interesting season for them. So we're going to keep an eye on that.
My question to you is, what I said, do you think it has any valid points about?
Oh, it has valid points. Oh, absolutely. There's definitely valid points to it. I mean, it's not the same team they were last year. I mean, even with the record, there's just something.
They were undefeated until this game.
Right. But it didn't feel like they were undefeated. Sometimes records are deceiving. Give you an example, the Chiefs last year.
Right.
remember the Chiefs in the regular season were a beast. I mean, they were like what, 15-2.
Yeah, but they were hurt,
But
and
I'm
they
saying,
they won. They broke a record in how many games they won by one score. Like
right.
just they broke a record. So
Yeah,
that stands out. With
it's
the Philadelphia Eagles, they weren't a
but,
50-50 team last season. They weren't passing 50% of the time and running 50% of the time. They
but,
were a pounding ground team.
but
And
who have the Eagles really dominated this year? They struggled against the Cowboys. They struggled against the Rams. They lost to the Broncos.
right.
They didn't really beat the who else they play this year? It was the Eagles. I mean, every game they've had this year has been a struggle. I think remember they barely got by Tampa. So Cowboys, Tampa.
Tampa's got a pushover.
But I'm saying, though, that every game they've had this year has been a challenge. It hasn't been any game where the Eagles just like they just are superior to the team. It's like every game they've been able to pull out or find a way to win.
People are watching, because if you remember the narrative last season when the KC was barely pulling out, oh, they just pushing them on, they want them to win.
Right.
No, when a team wins the Super Bowl, the next season they have to play all the first place teams.
Yes.
So it will look like that because they have to play the first place teams, not the last place.
No.
Even though they play people in their division and they might be mediocre, but anybody who wins the Super Bowl, who has a winning record, they're number one in their division. They have to play all the number ones the following season. So games will look like that because they're not playing average teams. They're playing all pivotal and strong teams. So that I wish people now correlate that to the Eagles and them barely winning games. This is what you got.
And then you have a team like the Ravens, who also were a first place team and are playing all first place teams, and they're struggling big time. I mean, they're like in almost dire straits. I mean, this game this week is, I don't know what to say, it's a must win.
No.
But if they go 1-5, they have the talent to run the table.
Thank you.
But
thank you.
Is it realistic given that first place schedule that they're going to run the table?
Most definite.
So you think even at 1-5, they're going to get the bye week. Most likely Lamar Jackson will come back the week after the bye week.
Get the bye week, get healthy. Lamar hasn't been playing last game. He's probably not going to play this game, which has hurt me in my fantasy. Lamar Jackson hurting me in my fantasy, but they'll be all right.
Like I mentioned a couple weeks ago with Jaden Daniels, you can't put him out there hurt.
True.
When you have a superstar of that caliber, they have to play at 100%. If they have any lingering injuries, especially something like a hamstring for Lamar Jackson, you don't take the chance and put him out there. He's too much to the organization to get a dumb knee injury because you want to go out there and try to win a regular season game. So
exactly.
He can't play this week, no. But the interesting thing, though, I don't know if you heard today, that if Lamar doesn't play, they're not going to start Cooper Rush. They're going to start Tyler Huntley. They're going back to the Huntley experiment. Yes, I just heard that discussion is that they're going to put in Tyler Huntley to go back in and start if Lamar Jackson doesn't play, which is interesting because we've seen the Huntley experiment several times with the Ravens.
Yes,
it hasn't gone well. So we'll see. But that's the news I heard today. Is that most likely Tyler Huntley will start over Cooper Rush.
Wow.
What is a must-win game? Well, we won't say must win, but definitely want to win game for the Ravens.
This NFL is way different from the NFL that we grew up with.
It's so different.
You just do not jump from people that like that. As Cooper Rush, that was he just knocked the dust off, and it's back to the bench you go. I see.
Yeah, that's it.
Back to the bench you go. But speaking back on this Philadelphia game to prove more of my point, the Philadelphia altogether all together with the other backs and even Jalen, 11 carries.
No, it's the only word to use is it's dumbfounded. How would that running attack that they have can you possibly get into a game and only have 11 carries? And it's not like they were getting blown out. I mean, it's not like they had to pass the ball because they were getting blown out. So there's inexcusable that you can only have that few carries for a team that runs the ball as dominant as the Eagles do.
It sticks out like a $3 bill.
Oh my goodness.
There are no $3 bills. AJ
There
Brown.
There are with the Eagles coaching staff.
Single-handedly, AJ Brown caused his team to lose because instead of winning the game, what they did was they took an active effect of making sure their wide receivers got the ball. Now, do we see when the wide receivers are the focal point of the Philadelphia offense, what we are going to get? Even though they can get that many receptions, even with the even running attack, but the running attack has to be apparent and visible for the Philadelphia Eagles to do their thing.
Okay, yeah, hey, I agree with you, man. I agree. You know me, I'm all about the run all day, and then pass when you need to. The pass should be there. If you have a dominant running game, the big play is going to be there because the play action is going to work if you establish the run. So any good team should look to establish a run immediately off the bat. Then everything else opens up. So I don't know what the Eagle game plan is. But we did have a big trade this week. So we need to get into that because it does have an effect on a certain Mr. Sanders. So Joe Flacco, who lost his starting job to Dylan Gabriel this past week, Dylan Gabriel goes out and has a pretty solid performance against the Minnesota Vikings over in London. And Joe Flacco has been shipped off to Cincinnati. Now, there's two things to this. Number one, you never see two teams in the same division, especially two teams that are huge rivals, make a trade to help benefit one of the other team in the season. It's unheard of. It's unheard of. I can't imagine the Cowboys and Commanders making a trade during the season. I can't imagine the Raiders and the Chiefs making a trade during the season.
It's not looked at the same way, Steve.
It's a different league. I mean, I understand where Cleveland's coming from. You know, Flacco's not going to start now. You might as well get something for him. I think basically they just moved up around. I think they traded a 6th in Flacco for a 5th round pick, which is kind of almost like a giveaway. I don't know. I don't understand Cleveland's thinking on it. I mean, you're one injury away from having just Sanders and nobody else. I'm dumbfounded by the trade in and of itself. Now, for Cincinnati fans and for those who have either Chase or Higgins in fantasy,
right?
You feel some hope because that quarterback Browning they had in there was god awful. Oh my God. He was god awful. And so at least with Flacco, he's a sitting duck, but if you give him a little bit of time, he will get the ball. One thing about Flacco that he can throw the long ball and he can be accurate. So that gives Chase fans and gives T. Higgins fans hope.
Yeah.
For fantasy. Now, as far as Cincinnati going somewhere, are they now going to be a contender? That's to be seen. They still got a horrible defense, and they still got a lot of questions in the running game.
They just want to compete for their fans. That's all. That's all this is.
Yeah, it's a decision. They had to do something. They couldn't stick with Browning. I mean, the outrage would just been overwhelming if they would have just kept him out there to do what he was doing.
Is Joe done for the season?
Looks like if he does come back, it's going to be for a playoff run. So they said 3 months. So that'll be just in time for a possible, if they're still in contention for a playoff spot, a playoff run, but
question to you, Steve.
yeah.
If Joe Flacco goes to this team, do you see them making a dent? It's not if they make a dent, will they make a dent?
My
Can he be
prediction.
their salvation?
My prediction is no. I expect them to be middle of the ground. It'll be 7-10, 8-9, somewhere middle of the pack. That's my prediction for them. Now again, as you said, can they do it? Any team that has Chase and T. Higgins can get hot if Flacco can get to the ball.
Right.
So it's going to come down to the offensive line. If the offensive line can show any fire, any kind of hope that they can protect, because Flacco is not running he's not Lamar Jackson. He's not going to run the ball for 80, 90 yards a game. So he got to have time.
You see what Charlie Bear said on I believe that's Facebook. He said Bengals have no offensive line.
Yeah,
they still going to be sorry.
Yeah, that's pretty much the feeling I have as well. Is that Flacco's going to be a dead duck back there. But as we said, Flacco can do things if he does get a little bit of time.
Hey, so, he got an arm.
He got an arm, and he knows how to play.
But he's not that mobile. So
he's not mobile. No, I mean, no. I said he's not. There's no mobility. He's not going to get you anything beyond 5 to 10 yards.
If you let him get pressured, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap. That's
it. That's as plain as you can put it. Plain as you can put it.
But I do have my first question for you.
Yes, sir.
Now that Flacco is gone, do you believe that Shedeur has been given now fair treatment by the Browns organization?
Oh, fair treatment. It's their assessment. When you come in as late as he did, it would be unfair for the person that was drafted ahead of you in that position for you to get a start before them. Because what are we saying here? We're not talking about the talent, because talent-wise, Shedeur was supposed to go way early. So we already know, the people that's watching this go on, that Shedeur is supposed to be ahead of him, but he didn't get picked ahead of him. And when you're I like what their coach said. When you're dealing with these players, and especially these young players, you have to what was his exact word? You have to handle it in the right.
Right, you got to nurture them. Yeah, you got to build their confidence, nurture them, kind of help them grow, help them develop.
Exactly.
And that's one thing the NFL has not been doing a great job, is quarterback development.
Not at all.
The last 10 to 15 years has been a piss poor job in developing these young quarterbacks, because they just throw them out there. I can think of guys, Anthony Richardson.
Yes.
We can think of several other guys. The guy for the Jets, what was his name? Wilson.
Yes.
They threw him out there. Even going back to Sam Darnold when he was thrown out there by the Jets.
Yeah.
And just with no talent around him to help him develop. So I'm actually
running for their life. Brand new speed. The difference from college to NFL, two different speeds.
Two different speeds. And so I'm actually agreeing with you on this. We agree on one, that given the circumstance, he was a rookie 5th round draft pick. He's being treated how a rookie 5th round draft pick should go.
Hey, and everybody knows, at least from my timeouts, go check it out if y'all haven't seen it. Go to our YouTube or on our Instagram. I do a little rant. It's a timeout, brought to you by Blood Ocean Sports, where I talk about this in depth of what's going on with Shedeur. I believe Shedeur is going to be fine. I believe this is a good position, because this is going to play itself out. It's going to play itself out, and now he's the backup.
Yeah, he's one play away, one play, and he's out there. So this gives him now it's put up or shut up time. You wanted the opportunity. Opportunity comes, you got to seize it. So
yes, we'll get your chance, seize it, and make them feel bad about themselves,
Absolutely.
Mr. Sanders. Make them feel bad that they made you wait as long as they did. But to the guy that's ahead of him, I wish him all the best of luck. No no animosity. I want to see him do well as I would want a Shedeur to do well.
Yeah.
I want to see him. Players don't draft themselves. The teams draft them into situations. And this is a situation they've been drafted into. I want to see both of them excel.
Speaking of that, we had two quarterbacks who were both put into bad situations to start their careers, gave us one heck of a show on Sunday as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wearing the orange cyclical uniform. Oh, I love those uniforms.
Yes,
the old
sir.
1976 orange and whites.
Looking like a 50-50 bar.
Yes. With the Seahawks wearing their 76 uniforms. It was a shootout back and forth. You had two quarterbacks at the top of their game, Baker Mayfield and Sam Darnold. And whoever had the ball last was going to win. And it turned out to be Baker Mayfield.
Hey.
They pulled out a last-second win. Great game.
What I love, these are two quarterbacks that everybody wrote off.
Yes.
They wrote them off, and they showing the class and the poise that they have and the skill.
Right.
Put in the right position, they can perform, which means they were misused every other place that they were at, including my Carolina, misused and didn't get the right tools. Remember the analogy I was talking about when we talking about Bryce Young, how you can have the perfect chef, but if you don't have the seasoning or the stuff to put in the pot, you're not gonna get the right stew. You gotta have all the tools at your disposal, not just any tools, the right tools at your disposal for you to be able to cook.
Now I will say one thing about Bryce Young, and use the example Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
Now, Trevor Lawrence, like Bryce Young, first pick of the draft, came in with huge expectations. Jacksonville stuck through the good and the bad with Trevor Lawrence. And it looks like Trevor Lawrence might have turned this corner to being the quarterback that people thought he should have been coming out of college. It's taken 7 years, but he had a huge win. I mean, this was a signature win over the Chiefs on Monday night game. That was a signature win because we just all assumed, it's the Chiefs. They're gonna find a way to win the game.
I was one.
I was one. And Trevor Lawrence, he himself made that game what it was. He put the team on his shoulders and played like an elite quarterback should. And so I want to give him props for that. I want to give the organization props for standing by him. Right. When things were low, and it looked like it's time for him to move on, they stayed with him. They built some talent around him, and the future might be bright in Jacksonville.
What I want to say is, you see, he's been a shadow of himself since I guess that first and second year.
Right.
And you see how they knew the talent that this man had and how they stuck with him, and not just stuck with him, they improve their defense and their offensive line while they've had him.
Yeah.
Their backfield is solid. Their offense is solid, can be a little better, but they're a solid team. And now you get the explosion all over everything.
Agreed. I agree. So that's the hope for Bryce Young, is that if they follow that blueprint, stick to the game plan, keep building, keep develop talent around him, maybe, in a year or two, couple of years, they can be contending for a playoff spot. So
shout out to Charlie Bear too.
That's right.
We're not going to open the phone lines this week. We will open them next week because we got to get into these NFL predictions. Steve, you ready to get to
Charlie Bear is a Steelers fan. Do we want to give the Steelers a little props?
You don't like the Steelers?
Well, I don't like the quarterback for the Steelers. I did say, though, I said he's in a situation that can work for him because he has a coach who always manages to find a way to go 500 and above.
Yes, sir.
So that being said, that defense is playing elite. They're playing out of their minds. The Steelers defense is playing out of their minds. And so given the breakdown in the division, they got to be the team to beat in the AFC North. So now come playoff time, I expect Aaron Rodgers to be Aaron Rodgers and go and hide. But I think the Steelers will be the team to beat in the AFC North right now.
Hey, Charlie Bear, I was waiting for him to stick it to you because he's not an Aaron Rodgers fan.
Oh,
so
no.
you're lucky that you got that amount of props out of him with having Aaron Rodgers as your quarterback.
Hey, I acknowledge the coaching and I acknowledge the defense.
Hey, what I'm going to say is the Pittsburgh Steelers are dangerous. They got Aaron Rodgers and they got DK Metcalf. And that running back is looking pretty nice over there. But most of all, they got their superpower. And you know what their superpower is? Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
He is the general when it comes to football coaches. And if there's a way to figure it out, he'll do it.
Yeah, I give you that much. That I will give you. So just want to bring a little Steelers into it. But yeah, let's get to these picks. Where do you want to start?
NFL predictions. Week 6. Are you ready to get into this, Steve?
Let's do it.
We got the NFL Week 6 predictions starting with Thursday. Philadelphia Eagles going there to New York to play the Giants.
Okay, I'm hearing Tyrone Tracy may come back and play. That'll help give the Giants a good little 1-2 running back. With Scatterbo, Jackson Dart had a little come back down to earth this week, but still looks pretty solid. Eagles got to win this game. This is a game where I'm not saying it's must win, but I'm saying that it should win.
Right,
so
right.
I got to go with the Eagles. I don't think there's any way they can allow themselves to fall back another game, even though they are in first place. They don't want to give the Commanders any kind of hope.
They're playing the Giants. The Eagles lost the game they shouldn't have lost by arrogance and I have to say coaching error, because you are over the players. It has to be a coaching error when there's something like that has happened. So that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it there. Coaching error, but the Eagles recover this week and be 5-1 against the Giants.
Well, I will add one thing to that. If Saquon Barkley only gets 6 rushes back in New York, then we know the Eagles have a major problem. I expect Saquon early, and I expect Saquon often. He should have anywhere between 18 to 24 touches this game.
He's playing his old team, who let him go
on prime time in New York.
I'm gonna say it like this: at the beginning of the game, the announcer should get on the stadium and be like, "Release the Kraken."
Beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Moving on, the Broncos going to New York. Also, 2 games in New York. Wow.
That game is in London, England.
Ooh,
that's a London game.
Stadium. That's a nice stadium.
That's a nice stadium. Yes,
Stadium. Oh, this is that 6:30 a.m. game.
6:30 a.m. game. Yeah, Broncos Jets.
I
was going to ask you the question: which coach is on the hot seat
in this game?
Anybody want to ask you the question? Who's on the hot seat? I think the Jets. As much as I like Aaron Glenn, I think he's the coach who's on the hottest seat, because New York City, they don't take too much for how bad the Jets have played this year. And even though it's his first year, they got to do something quick to turn things around, because those New York fans are brutal when they don't feel like their team is playing up to par. So I got to go with the Broncos, though. I think the Broncos are legit.
Well, I'm telling people, if you want to make money, put your money on the Broncos. If you want to be sure, money line them and take the Broncos in this game. They're going to win the game. As for what Steve said about this coach being on the hot seat, that's very well and probably the case, but I have to refer to any team that's been having problems for so many years. If you don't have any consistency in your coaching, you're not going to build a culture, and you're going to keep losing because every time you get a brand new coach, you start over.
Mm-hmm.
You start over on every aspect because he brings a new regime in, and then even if he doesn't bring in a new regime and he deals with the coaches that are there, his philosophy is going to be different from the last philosophy. So when you hire somebody, the thing is you hire somebody that has the NFL knowledge that you trust, and you got to give them at least 3 years to see a difference. This is not a overnight thing when you got a horrible team trying to build themselves back. You set them back if you start over year to year. You have to put some consistency in there and build that coach's culture. Because as soon as you get another coach in there starts a new culture and a whole new way of thinking. I'm going to leave that there. But moving right along, Rams go into Baltimore to play the Ravens.
All right, now this is the game I mentioned. It's not a must win for the Ravens, but man, it's going to put a lot of pressure on them. If they lose this game to the Rams, and then after the bye week, they got to go probably 11-1 or 10-2 to have a legitimate shot of winning the division, which is where they want to be. They don't want to be a wild card team going in. So I got to go with the Rams, though. Tyler Huntley at quarterback? Really?
There you have it. I'm going with the Rams. The Ravens, I still think will be fine once Lamar gets back and they get that rest and that hamstring is fine. If the hamstring is fine, the Ravens can run the tables very, very easy. The only thing is Lamar Jackson is going to have to be the Lamar Jackson show, which is going to serve me just fine in fantasy.
Yeah,
but
that's true.
Well, it's unanimous. Steve's taking the Rams. I'm taking the Rams also. Now, moving right along to the game that I can't wait to see. The Cowboys come down there to Carolina to play us in our home where we run it. You know I'm taking the Carolina Panthers.
Everybody who knows me knows how much I can't stand the Dallas Cowboys.
Right.
I take every opportunity to watch them lose. I'm gonna do something that is gonna pain me, but I gotta take the Carolina Panthers to run all over the Cowboys. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers to stomp them Cowboys.
Steve, I'd rather you take
the pleasure.
Huh? You're only picking us because you hate the Cowboys.
Hey, what better reason? Is there a better reason?
I'm taking the Carolina Panthers because we're going to beat the Cowboys and beat them convincingly. You saw Bryce Young last week. He brought us back from 17-0 all the way to win the game. So I can't wait to see that game.
Here's all I need. I need McMillan to go big against a sorry Cowboys secondary. So it's time for him to have that breakout game where he has that 8 to 10 catches, 120 yards, and a touchdown or two. That's my prediction. If you got McMillan on your fantasy team, make sure to put him in.
That's done. We got you, Steve. We got you. Moving right along to the Cardinals, go in there to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Who you taking, Steve?
Oh, man, the Arizona Cardinals, that team, Jesus Christ. They find more ways to do just dumb stuff to lose the game. This DeMarcado, many times we've seen guys release the ball before they cross the end zone. He's going to do it again. Had a nice, beautiful 75, 80-yard touchdown run that ends up being a touchback because he had to release the ball at the 1-yard line.
When that the player that got socked up by the coach on the sideline.
And this is how you know it's a different league now. The coach got fined $100,000 for doing that.
Man, that was nice.
The days of Tom Landry and Chuck Noll and them guys.
Man.
Like in the college day, we had those crazy coaches like Woody Hayes and stuff who would sit up there and like grab players' face mask and smack upside their head.
Yes, sir. That coach was being nice because remember they used to get grabbed by the face mask.
Yeah, you remember the face mask
and he was talking to the screen of the face mask like you stupids.
Yeah, I just remember Frank Cush. I don't know his name before your pass. Arizona State coach. He had the guy. He took both his hands, grabbed his face mask, and just started shaking them. And that was his own. That wasn't even his player. That was a player from the other team. He went after.
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, that was a whole different time.
The old NFL versus the new NFL.
So with that being said, the Cardinals are a crapshoot. I'm taking the Colts.
I'm taking the Colts also. Let me give a shout out to my boy Glenn White. He's in the house.
Mr. Panther himself.
Hey, you know what it is. Cali Cat Pack, Roaring Riot, Angel City Riot, Panther Nation, stand up.
Yeah, I love these folks. It's just gonna make December that much sweeter when reality sets in. But I love you feeling good now in October.
I gotta shake the hate off me that Steve was trying to put on me. Shake the hate off.
Woo.
Shake the hate off. Now,
what's the next game?
Seattle goes in there to Florida to play the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Two teams that are playing above what people thought they'd play. They both look
gonna be a good
solid.
game.
Should be a good game.
Very good game.
I gotta go with Jacksonville only because of that long travel from Seattle all the way to Miami to Jacksonville. That's a long trip, and so I think there's gonna be some lag. I think they're gonna find a way to pull it out. So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville, but a close game, good game.
Okay. I believe it's going to be a close game also, but I think Sam took his L last week, and he's not taking that L again this week, so I'm going to go with Seattle for my upset special of the week. I'm going to say that Trevor Lawrence won that game. That was like his big game, like his Super Bowl game, and he's going to have a little bit of a hangover, and Sam is going to reign supreme in Florida and beat the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Okay.
Now, next game, Chargers going in there to Miami to play Tua and company, which Waddle looked really, really good now that Hill is out.
Yeah, Dolphins are playing better ball. Hampton went on the IR this week. They're starting running back, so there's going to be some questions in the running game this week. This could be my upset special because, again, an LA team having to travel all the way down to Miami. This could be the upset pick of the week. I'm going to go with the Dolphins to upset the Chargers in Miami. This is the game where Tua gives the team hope again before he lets them down again.
Now, that was funny, Steve. That was real funny. I already gave everybody the upset special. That was Seattle.
I just gave you the
Jacksonville.
Now, the Chargers are going to do your upset special. I got my own upset special.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave you alone. But the Chargers are going there to beat the brakes off of the Dolphins again. And it's just going to be like that. But I can't wait till next week so we can point out who was right.
We're going to point it out. We're going to point it out.
Definitely. This is going to be a game we're going to bring into focus because this should be a nice game I can say I told you so.
Okay. All right. Next one.
Now, moving in for Charlie Bear, the Browns go in there to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. And I'm going to go ahead and say Mike Tomlin, Aaron Rodgers, DK will shut this team down.
Yeah. As much as I like Cleveland, this is the lock of the week. Only Aaron Rodgers could ruin this game. The only way the Steelers could lose this game is if Aaron Rodgers decides to just play an Aaron Rodgers type game and just stink it up.
What about how good the guy that started for the Browns played? He played extra special.
Well, listen, he did play extra. He did. But have you seen that Steelers defense this year?
Yeah, I have.
That Steelers defense is playing their minds out. You got like about 4 or 5 guys on the Steelers team who are playing how Parsons should have played against the Cowboys.
Okay.
Like a dog unleashed. And so I think Dylan Gabriel is going to get blitzed and blitzed often. I think I do like the little running back Judkins. I did pick him up in fantasy. I couldn't believe he was on the fantasy wire. People slept on him. But
a lot of people.
a lot of people slept on him. But he looks good. The Browns defense would have to have an amazing game, and Judkins would have to run for like about 140 yards for them to have any chance to win.
The Browns defense are a standout defense, and they will have a good game in mostly every game they play because the Browns defense is the identity of the Browns.
Yeah, that's all.
But what I have to say, and I want people to look into my eyes when I'm talking about these Browns, this is the only team that I've seen in a long time where the backup quarterback starts a game and plays a game, and even Steve said it. And I'm not taking anything from this young guy because I believe he should do fine. But he lost the game, and they said he did well. I've never heard that before. I've never heard them say that guy got his start. He lost the game, but he did well. I'm gonna point that narrative out there because I've heard a lot of stations out there painting this on pretty thick.
Yeah, well, I mean,
he did well, but they lost.
Okay.
The way I always called it, he ran well, but he failed.
No, I mean, you have a good point that that there is definitely a section of people who want to see Gabriel do well. I mean,
you don't say.
There's factors to that. We'll say that for another day, but
oh yeah,
we'll get our chance. Like I said, I expect to see Shedeur out there at some point during the season. So I'm just going to keep my mouth shut on that and just wait and see. But for this game, I got Steelers all the way. Steelers was a lock.
Right. Moving right along to the Patriots going in there to New Orleans to play the Saints. The 3-2 Pats that look serious. I haven't seen the Patriots look this serious since Tom Brady left them.
Yeah.
I've been writing the Patriots off, and I don't think anybody should do that any longer. I think the Patriots are a real deal. I think they're getting it.
And our guy last Sunday night was on a mission, Mr. Stephon Diggs. We thought Stephon Diggs was lost and never be found again. He was out there playing his what off.
Yes, he did.
So can he get that same motivation against the team who didn't cut him, the Saints? It's going to be the question.
Well, his whole problem was when he was with the Bills, he wasn't getting fed.
Yeah. Man.
The Patriots are out there feeding him the ball.
Yeah.
It's been true. They played a hot team, a top 5 team, and just like Stephon did, he told Allen, "Feed me the ball. I'm open." And he didn't get the ball, so he requested a trade. He went to a team that he's telling that young QB, "Feed me," and he's feeding them, and he's feeding the beast, and they winning games. Period.
Yeah, I agree. This game scares me though. So this is a game, as everything you just said, they should win easily. But these are the type of games this year that somehow the Saints find a way to stay in the game and give themselves a chance to win. So this is one of those games that common sense would tell you take the Pats all day. But I got a feeling that the Saints are just going to find a way to stay in this game.
Take them, Steve. Take them.
I can't take them, but
I don't want. Oh my goodness!
I'm going to go the political route
again.
I'm going to go the political route and say, well, if the Saints win, I told you so. But I'm not going to take the Saints. I'm going to take the Patriots. But understand that if the Saints do win, I did tell you so.
Hey Steve, we can't get that time back. That you painted the Saints.
I painted both sides of the fence and but that's the way the season's gone though. All year long we've had games where we just knew.
Not the Patriots and the Saints, Steve. Mm-hmm. The Patriots are going to beat the Saints by at least 10. Period.
Okay. I'm saying less than 10.
All right. Well, we're gonna put a few dollars on this off the air then.
All right.
Yeah. Okay. Moving right along. Tennessee Titans got their first W, and now the 1-4 Titans are going to Las Vegas to play the 1-4 Raiders.
See, this is what I mean. Nobody thought the Titans could win last week. Nobody picked the Titans to have any chance to win. And they just found a way to win. That's what I mean. Now, the Raiders are a hot mess.
True.
I mean, Geno Smith, he should have maybe long been benched. I mean, he's just, I don't know what he's doing. So, I got to go with
growing pains. They having growing pains.
But you got two bad teams. Normally, you take the home team when you got two bad teams, but the Raiders are just playing so bad. I got to go with Tennessee.
Oh, you go ahead and take Cam Ward. I'm going to stick with the home team in Las Vegas. Geno Smith and his coach get it together, and they get the W. The Raiders win.
All right.
In Vegas.
Okay.
Now we go into an exciting game. A team that we didn't think would be here with this record, the 4-1 San Francisco 49ers play the 4-1 Buccaneers. Tampa Bay.
Ooh. Well, you know me. I'm Baker all day, every day.
Hey.
So I'm going to ride Baker in Tampa. This is another San Francisco having to travel across country to go to Tampa. I'm going to ride the Buccaneers. I got to go with the high end.
See, this is a game that I would have to give you a lot of context because I believe the 49ers are going to win this game if they stick with the same game plan where they feed Christian McCaffrey the ball steadily.
All day, every day.
And I'm not talking about just running. I'm talking about those passes out the backfield.
Yeah.
Keep the same gameplay. This team is geared for that. They're built for that, and they can win. As the coach said the last game when the 49ers played, he told the quarterback, let the ball go. Let it go. Let it go.
Okay.
I'm taking the 49ers, you taking the Bucks.
I got the Bucks.
Moving right along where Joe Flacco just flew to Cincinnati. And they're going to Green Bay to play the Packers.
There we go. Now, if Green Bay doesn't win this game, I'm just going to toss my hands up and say I don't know what to say anymore. This game is made for a Green Bay killing. This should be a 25 to 30 point win.
Hey,
you got a quarterback coming in only with 4 practices with the team that's been in disarray the last couple of weeks, and the Packers are coming off a bye. If they don't win by 35 or 40, then I don't know what to say anymore. So I got the Packers.
Steve smells a blowout. Steve smells a blowout.
I mean, if the Packers can't blow out Cincinnati and Green Bay, then this league is done. So
I'm taking Green Bay also. Now we get to the fun game. NFL has finally put on a game that deserves the late game thrill. The Lions going to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. Ooh, that's gonna be a juicy one. That's gonna be a game to wait. You get to watch football all day long, and then you get to sit there and watch the game. The late game be a good game, not just a throwaway game, a good game. The Lions going there to play the Chiefs.
This should have been the Super Bowl matchup 2 years ago. If not for the great Lions collapse against the 49ers 2 years ago, Lions Chiefs would have been an all-time classic Super Bowl.
True.
So get into this game. God.
I think the Lions would have won.
Can they lose 2 primetime games in a row?
Super Bowl. The Lions would have won if they played in the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, that would have been an amazing game. I would have had the Lions too. God, this game's a toss-up to me. It's in KC.
It's so crazy.
It's just a toss-up because KC is not going to lose 2 games in a row, but I think the Lions might take it from them. Chiefs are not going to give them the victory. The Lions got to take it from them. So
Steve is painting again. I already see where this is going. You think he about to take the Chiefs, right? Watch this. Who you taking, Steve?
Oh, God. I'm surprised. I'm gonna take the Chiefs.
I should have said nothing.
I'm gonna
I should
take
have
the
waited
Chiefs.
for you.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs because they're playing outside. There might be some conditions. The Lions' offense is not going to be as superior playing outside the dome.
Okay. I know Steve was a bit long-winded to say the Chiefs when he wasn't going to say the Chiefs unless I pressured him to say the Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to take the Lions, but you did pressure me to take them. So I mean,
I'm taking the Lions to win. The Chiefs are still not 100%. Long as they got those 2 wins, long as they stay close to 50-50, the Chiefs are going to be fine. They're going to pull it out. Rashid Rice will be here very, 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 very soon.
I think next week. I think next week is
very, 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 very soon. So. And the Chiefs will be back to full strength. The Chiefs and the Ravens, look for them both to make that push when their star players get back.
Yeah. Okay.
Now the NFL has done it again. Monday night doubleheader. We start off the game with the Bills to play the Falcons.
The Bills, week after week, play down to the opponent. Can they lose to Falcons? I mean, is it possible they can lose to Falcons? This is a game where common sense says take the Bills, but they play down to the opponent every week. But I'm still going to take the Bills. I just think there's no way they could be that bad that they're going to lose two weeks in a row to teams they should beat.
They're not. The Bills got this, Steve. The Bills got this. Okay. And then that last game of the doubleheader, the Bears going there to Washington to play your Commanders.
Well, this year, unlike last year where it took a Hail Mary to win, I expect the Commanders to win decisively. So I got the Commanders winning by at least 10.
I need them too because I got the
Crosby, Bill. You got Bill.
I got Jaden on a bunch of fantasy teams, and I need him to do his thing.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the game he's going to show out.
So, I'm taking Washington also, and we about to get up out of here. But before we get up out of here, the Las Vegas Aces beat the Phoenix Mercury.
All right, so it's 3-0. We can call a wrap to that series. I heard the Yankees are out. Yankees lost, so they're done. How the Dodgers? Let's close out with the Dodgers. I know you want to go to the Dodgers, so what's the Dodgers score?
Let's see. The Dodgers bottom of the 7, Phillies 3, Dodgers 1. Still a little bit of time, but no matter what, the Dodgers lead the series 2-0.
All right.
And we still got a few innings left. We'll see if our guys can do the thing.
Do the thing late. Okay. All right. Then. Well,
Glenn White had asked us which coaches are on the hot seat.
Yes. Well, I mentioned right now I got Aaron Glenn, number 1 on the hot seat. Number 2, if I had to say a number 2, good. I'm trying to think of a team that really has maybe the coach for the Bengals, Zach Taylor.
Wow. Even with the starter being out, I don't think he's on the hot seat.
I think he is.
Like that.
I think he is because this has been the second, third year in a row that the starter's been out. At some point, you got to look at the coach and say, hey, what are you doing?
Only team I can see with the coach being in the hot seat will be the Jets. That's it.
Okay.
Right now, it's a little too early to tell. We got to see how owner will burn up once the Jets lose this week and see if we got any news for that for you.
Yeah.
But Steve, what's up? Do you have anything to say before we get out of here?
Just guys, as always, enjoy this time of year and, kiss and hug your parents. Appreciate them every day. And
yes, sir.
We get into that Halloween season, so things start getting a little spooky. So I expect these next couple of weeks, we're going to start seeing some interesting things happening in the NBA. And we're just around the corner from the NBA starting in 2 weeks. Oh, I'm excited.
Yes, sir. Get that basketball pumping again.
We get that going now, then we're complete.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend, tell another friend, and tell that friend to watch Blow the Whistle Sports. We'll see y'all next Wednesday, 7 p.m. sharp, where me and Steve give y'all the real take on what's going on, not that watered down stuff that you get from all the networks. We tell you the real deal, Holyfield. See y'all next week.
Peace out.
Peace.